We good.
All right, let's do this. All right, we here. Kayleen is in the building. Rashidi might be coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. So today's topic is who's paying for the date. All right, what's that about? What's that about?
Yes. I mean, just, you know,
wait. Shout out to Kayleen for wearing the Woman Love Sex t-shirt that he got at thebadboystyle.com.
There you go, Rashidi. You coming out now. Hold on. In the building. So what's going on?
Rashidi, where's your t-shirt, nigga?
Where's my t-shirt? T-shirt for what?
Because Kayleen got the t-shirt. He got the Woman Love Sex t-shirt. So we trying to figure out where your shit at.
Yeah, you gotta get your shirt, man.
I ain't get the memo. I ain't get the memo.
He's like, I don't fuck with that shit. He's like, I don't fuck with that.
Rashidi said, I'm a God-fearing churchgoer. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Exactly. No, so this topic, who's paying for the first date? So what was the thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
I mean, I honestly, naturally, you know, I would say, yeah, the men should be paying for the date. However, I think that it just depends on who asked, in my opinion. Who asked who out? You know what I'm saying? Because, naturally, traditionally, yes, the men should pay for the date. But if a girl asks me out, like, I'm expecting her to pay. So that's really what it boils down to. But if I ask a girl out, yes, I should be paying for the date. That should be on me. 100%. It should be on the man.
Shout out to people in the chat. Joe Blast, Art, Steve O Baby was popping with you guys. Well, the thing is, you know, I always say that the guy needs to basically create and control the dynamic of what the situation is going to be with the date. So a lot of guys complain about like how much a date costs or whatever, but it's like, yo, you can plan the date for how you want it. So if you don't want to spend no money, go on dates that cost no money. You know what I'm saying? Take a walk in the park or some shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation where, you know, you want to, especially if you dating multiple chicks, which, you know, I always recommend, you know, you can't be spending a lot of money because how the fuck are you gonna be spending a lot of money dating multiple chicks? That's too much fucking money for no reason. You see what I'm saying? So I think you know, guys got to be the more, you know, like responsible with their situation when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
And I wanted to ask that. I mean, you know, I know you guys are the experts, so it's like, should there be a spending limit on you know how much a person should be spending on a date, like per date? You get what I'm saying? Like, what are your guys' suggestions? Or what's your advice on that?
Yeah, I mean, I usually tell guys, you know, no more than like $30 or $40,
right,
for his date. You know what I'm saying? so that's what I usually say. My thing is this: I try to tell guys to go on no more than 2 dates. You know what I'm saying? If that much. Usually, I like 1 date and then we smash. But we can go on 2 dates and then we smash. Yeah. But like, you know, multiple 3, 4, 5, 6 dates, I feel like that's designated for women who are your girlfriends or wives or something. You know, you spend that type of you know, time with them. But as far as like paying for the date, see, the thing is, most women don't really ask guys out on dates. You understand? Like in mass, like generally it's the guy who's asking a woman out on a date. And I don't think it's necessarily should be an issue about paying if, like I said, you're the one who is creating the date. You see what I'm saying? Because even you can tell a girl, I used to tell girls sometimes, like I'll go get a drink with a chick and I say, hey, I'm gonna get the first round, you get the second round. So I'm telling her she's gonna pay something on a date. You know what I'm saying? But I'm orchestrating it like that way. You see what I mean?
Got you. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
For me, I conduct my dates like prison rules. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want a bitch buying nothing for me. I don't want a bitch taking me nowhere, I like to be in control. I look at relationships like this. There's a follower and then there's a leader. I always have to be the fucking leader. And so if that means I have to pay for everything, then so fucking be it. The only time a woman is going to take me out is when I say to her, hey, listen, I'd like for you to plan the date. The next date, I'd like for you to plan it. Or I would, I'd like to see how you cultivate, the details of a date. So I want you to plan the next date and we'll see how it goes. You see what I'm saying? Now, and that's the only type of shit I'm going to tell a woman who's like my girl or my woman type shit. We've been together for a few years type shit. Because she got to know the caliber of man she dealing with, meaning she got to know the type of places I go to. So she know that if she gonna plan a date, then she know the standard. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to like just casual dating and shit, I don't. All of these bitches is on the halfway boss bitch shit, and I got my own money, and I you know what I'm saying? I ain't. No. I pay for it all because I don't want to hear your fucking mouth.
Right.
Because when I tell you to get on your fucking knees and suck this dick, I don't want to hear no. Well, you know what I'm saying, boss bitch. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna. Like, I need you to straight up just submit. Like, okay, yeah, this nigga's a leader. This nigga takes care of everything. He don't ask me for shit. He don't even ask me for the tip. Like a bitch can't even like what's disrespectful to me when the fucking bill come to the table and she grabs it up just to look at it.
Right.
Like, what you looking at it for? Unless you about to pay it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? What you looking at it for? What you need to see?
Oh shit!
I'm taking care of it. You just keep looking pretty. Stay your ass over there. Keep looking pretty. You don't need to see this. I mean, not that the bill's gonna be that expensive anyway, but it's none of your fucking business because you're dealing with a man. Now, again, I know everybody's not like me. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas love to go 50-50 or let the bitch get the tip or some shit like that. I like paying for everything because it's like I said, it's prison rules. When you're in prison, you come back to your bunk and you see a pack of cookies on your cell. You better smack that shit off, smack it off the bed and smack it into the hallway so everybody can see that you did not accept the gift.
Right.
Because once you accept a nigga's cookies in prison, see, I don't even got to say pause for this one. Once you accept the nigga's cookies in prison, you owe somebody something.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't want no bitch thinking I owe her shit. I love when bitches think they owe me.
Right.
Because imagine, I'm going to take her out looking as good as I look. I'm going to pay for every fucking thing. And I'm going to give her world-class dick. Oh, she owes me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she's smart, she realizes, oh shit, I'm fucking with a real nigga. I think I at least owe him my submission. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at shit, man. Where it's like, yeah, I'm paying all the time, bro. I'm paying all the time, and that's the way I like it. And another thing I like about it is like what we've talked about before. It's like I like to keep myself in that frame of mind, so I know that I need to maintain my lifestyle.
Right.
Not for bitches. I need to maintain my lifestyle for me. So I'm always motivated to make sure the cash flow is flowing. You understand that the business is businesses and the math is mathing. You understand? Because I already we talked about it before. Like a lot of niggas, they say they want a luxury car, but they don't even want to put premium gas in their hoopty.
Right.
I was that nigga putting premium gas in my hoopty. Which jogged my brain to help manifest into the reality of today where I'm putting premium gas into a premium car.
Right.
And with that being said, I live a premium life. And when a bitch is fucking with me, she can smell that. And so I attract a certain quality of female into my life. And I also attract a certain level of behavior from a female in my life. Like the girls that I fuck with, you know how many times I gotta be like, could you say that again? I didn't hear you. Because when they're around me, they speak softly. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't need no bitch. I don't need no 6-figure boss bitch thinking she could talk louder than me and all that. Nigga, let me stop talking because I'm too much of a chauvinist and a misogynist. Like this date shit for me is it goes deeper than, oh, let's split this and all of that. Nah, she needs to know that she's dealing with a king and everything is taken care of. So therefore, all she needs to do is submit.
Right.
Copy.
So
Rashid,
right,
what's your thoughts?
yeah, what's your thoughts?
What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, my thoughts, man. You know, you don't got to spend $1 million on a date. A lot of times, you know what I mean. Just be creative, man. You know, two Miles' point. You know, I prefer to take care of everything just because naturally, you know, that's just my MO. But like I said, getting creative, you go do all kinds of stuff for dirt cheap, and it's fun and it's relaxing. You're not spending $1 million. And to Mr. Lucario's point, you don't need to be going on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dates. You know, because at the end of the day, when you're going on these dates, you can narrow down to 1 or 2 dates. You're gonna have a gauge if you want to keep messing with this woman or not. That's the reality situation. Are y'all compatible? Is it the type of woman you can make moves with? And it don't have to cost you $1 million. It could be something as simple as getting some coffee as a first date, or you know, going to something like a basic restaurant or walk in the park. It's all kinds. And the problem is that most people don't use their heads. You know what I mean? Be creative. You know, most people don't actually use your heads. Actually use your head, man. Like it's so much simple stuff that you could do with so many free events or low cost events. You could Google it. Today's day and age where you can Google cheap dates. Right. You can Google free events, and you'll be at a little mini concert that costs you $5 for a little hot dog and have a good time.
Exactly.
You know, so that's the main thing. Like, actually use your heads. That's how I tell people. Use your heads and think about stuff for a second.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, what about her making it up? If she's late to the date or flakes, then reschedule and has to make it up on the date. Is that a case where it's fine for her to pay?
Yeah, honestly, that's like the only time a bitch pay for me. And then usually if she's late, I'll say the first round's on you. So even then, she's still only paying for the first round.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then if we get more drinks or if we do something else, I'm paying for that. So. But yeah, that's the only time I ever let a woman pull out her card. You know what I mean? When they late or they flake or they do some shit, you got to punish their ass. So that's a fact.
And I mean, I'll be honest too, though, man. I mean, in this day and age, the way the dating market is set, it's probably a bad sign if she's late. If I'm being honest, you know, in today's dating market, everything like that, they prepping way ahead of time. Because let's be honest, in today's market, most dudes are not necessarily going on a whole bunch of dates. So if she's already late, I mean, I don't know if she like you that much. Because if the average dude is, if you're being honest with it, if you know, if the average dude isn't really going on real date, you know, she's late or she's postponing a date. If it's not a real emergency, like a real emergency,
right?
Yeah, that's probably a red flag already. Right. You know.
And
it's like how serious is she taking you with? If she late on a date. I get it.
Real quick, Adam A. This is not really a dating show. So this question, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I guess he's talking about paying for a hotel, so that has to do with finances to an extent. He says, "How can I fuck the woman when I live with the parents and don't want to pay for a hotel? I just arrived."
So wait. He said, wait, how can I fuck the woman when I live it with the parents and don't want to pay for a hotel? Well, nigga, stop being cheap. Or
you can't have both.
Right. Or you're gonna have to go to her place, right? But you're gonna need some game about you to be able to have that conversation to see if that's even possible.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So see, a lot of y'all and see, this is the thing with money and all this other stuff when it comes to dating, right? Understand that it's all an investment. You're investing in time, investing in money, investing in energy. You see what I'm saying? So if you're trying to fuck, you need a place for her for her and you to fuck.
Yes.
If it's not going to be at a hotel and it's not going to be at your place, I wouldn't even say because that's a last resort to rely on a woman's spot. We don't want to even rely on a woman's spot because now it's like it's up to her situation to be able to see if you can follow through on what you're doing versus you already had a plan to bring her to where you wanted to go to make it happen. You see what I'm saying? So that's the issue. You feel what I mean?
And kind of piggyback off of that. Not really piggy yet. Well, so let's factor in all of these things. Like let's factor in the actual date itself. I mean, you know, you should be living on your own to have access to a space, right? So let's factor in all of these things and say, how much does a person really have to invest or have to actually, go on dates per month? Like, what is that like real figure?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that itself is another bill per month. If you're dating casually, like how much are you like really putting aside per month just to be on the scene?
Well, I mean, you know, in most budgets, shouldn't dating and shouldn't that be a part of the entertainment budget?
What, miscellaneous entertainment? Yeah,
right,
100%, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, so I guess that's the question. Like, what percentage of the budget is entertainment? And let's be clear, some niggas out there is just straight paying for it for entertainment. You feel me?
Right. It is what it is. But yeah, I think that's. No, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Okay, so yeah, I'm saying that because when it's all said and done, after all your bills are paid and whatever your discretionary income, when it comes to miscellaneous things, I want to say 20% is fair to put aside for that. So let's say if after it's all said and done, you done made $500. You still got about, let's say, $500, right, for the month. So whatever 25% of whatever 20% of $500 is, I'm no mathematician. Whatever 20% of $500 is, that's how much I feel that should be put towards miscellaneous.
That's $1.
$1?
Sorry, that's $100.
$100.
Sounds like $1. It's a little more than that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so $100. So yeah, 20% is like a fifth. Is a
Right.
fifth. So 500 is
so about $100, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I would say, just in general, when it comes to guys spending their money or budgeting their money, especially when it comes to dating, is that when you're dating, this should be the least amount of money you're spending in all of your dating activity, because it's the beginning of an interaction with women. So you don't know these women, you don't even know if you like them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's because even if let's take the women out of the situation for a second, right? It would be like if you were just going out. Let's say you go take girls to go get drinks. Let's negate the women. It would be like you going out, let's say 2 times a week to go get drinks for yourself. Right, you still will be spending money for yourself to get those drinks to make that happen. Right now, if you're taking women out twice a week or whatever, like 2 different random women out twice a week, then just double whatever the fuck that is. You feel what I'm saying? And understand that that's probably going to be where it's going to be at. But the thing is that if you understand your frequency of how much you want to go out, but also how much you want to spend, because you don't necessarily have to do that. You might say, you know what? Even though I like to go to get drinks, I also like to walk in the park. And walking in the park is free. I like to walk around, is free. So let me go bring these ladies to walk in the park for free, and we walk around, talk, get to know each other, and then that's really all it is. So you could get to the point where, you know, you're not spending any money on dates as far as like first dates and second dates and stuff like that, because you're just saying that I'm going to plan it to be this way. Or if you say I'm gonna get drinks, I already know how much the drinks cost or drinks cost at this place, so I'm gonna take the girls to these places basically all the time. This is like my spot, and I take them here.
And Lucario, you made a really good point, man. You made a really good point, and this is why, you know, we tell dudes to keep your game tight, with meaning to be consistent with your practices, right? You know, because if you're consistent with your dating practices, it's easier for you to create a budget. Because if you know, hey, this is the spot that I go to, and the range of drinks that they serve is from here to here, or if I ain't got no money and I go to the park, nigga, you got to invite every bitch to the park, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And even when you got money, you should probably invite every bitch to that same bar too.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to budget this thing. And truth be told, a lot of these chicks, these dates that you're gonna go on is not gonna lead to anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be girls that's not feeling you. It's gonna be girls that even if you do smash, you only smash once or twice, and then they don't call again or whatever the fuck. Like, you understand? So we gotta be sensible and strategic about how we're spending our money for these for dates and shit.
Right.
You understand? I mean, and especially as men, because even if you are a 50-50 Dutch type of nigga, chances are you're still going to be doing the majority of the paying, because you're the one inviting chicks out. You don't want to. We're the men. Period. Right? We are the fucking men. Because truthfully, if you meet a boss bitch and she acting like she want to pay for everything, chances are she's gonna try to control you too. That's why I talk about my business, my prison tactics type shit. Because chicks always want to fucking, these chicks want to dominate because they got dick envy. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, you have to hold strong and make sure you can afford shit. And if you can't afford shit, then you taking these bitches to the park. You understand? Or you go into a free museum. Or the other day, I went to this coffee shop, and they had in New York, they had what's called a lamp show. So in the back of the coffee shop was a small walkthrough exhibit of all these different funky little lamps that was formulated and designed and built by people all around the world.
Right.
And I'm like, that's a quick little date idea. Where you literally go in there and get a small cup of coffee for you and a chick, and y'all walk around the back and look at all the different lamps, and then y'all sit down in the coffee shop and talk.
Right.
And you can literally run that situation for every new chick that you match with or every new chick that you meet. The problem is a lot of you niggas is gonna meet a chick, right? So you're gonna meet a chick who, she's cute. She's decent. So you're going to take her to the coffee shop, right? But then you're going to meet that bitch that you think, she's bad, son. I can't just take her to the coffee shop. I got to take her to the rooftop bar where they selling drinks for $35 a pop. So now you're going from spending, a decent, $7, $8 for some coffee to fucking, $70 for 2 drinks.
Right.
Why? Because your bitch ass is pedestalizing some bitch for looking pretty. And that's something that she ain't even have nothing to do with. That's just how nature and God put her together. You understand? You over here pedestalizing a bitch. So again, when it comes to this money shit, you gotta have game. You gotta be able to say to yourself, well, this is how I date. Right. This is how I run game. This is where I take these bitches to vet them to see if I want to move any further. You understand? Because truth be told, that same chick who's a dime, you taking her to the rooftop bar and you spending $70, $80 on drinks, and she don't like you. Right. You know what I'm saying? She don't fucking like you. Meanwhile, the chick that you bought coffee for, because you actually went to a simple location, she was able to pay attention to you. You were able to pay attention to her, and she actually liked you. Because remember, when he brought the quote unquote baddie to the rooftop, she was on her phone the whole fucking time. Right. Doing Instagram stories like, ooh, look at me, girl. I'm up at the rooftop and I'm drinking on a $35 drink and blah, blah, blah. And this dumb nigga don't know what the fuck. He don't know what he's doing because he's all, mesmerized by my quote unquote beauty. You understand? When the next nigga, he got a regimen. He take every bitch to the same fucking spot. Right. You understand? And he's able to budget his money. And if he ain't got no money, then they going for the walk in the park, like Lucario said. You see what I'm saying? So you got to, it's different ways to do shit, man. There's a lot of different ways to do shit, and and dealing with money and being realistic about money. You also have to be realistic about, not trying to like impress bitches and staying grounded based on the reality of your money. You understand? Because if a bitch don't like where you at, then y'all not compatible. You understand? Don't sell yourself. Shout out to Slum Village. Don't sell yourself to fall in love. Right? Meaning don't sell your soul. Don't spend the money. Don't go outside of your budget because this bitch got a fat ass or some dumb shit like that. Right. Keep the game tight and stay within your budget, because if she's not fucking with you, you got some of these chicks nowadays that be like, coffee dates are out. Drink dates are out. If you're not taking me to a 5-star restaurant on the first date, I'm not even talking to you. Well, I guess we will never speak, bitch. I guess we will never cross paths, and that's okay with me.
So, like, just to piggyback what you were saying, Miles, I agree with you 1,000%. So, in other words, it's like it's literally costing you more when you ain't got no real game.
Exactly.
Basically,
that's something crazy. So, for those of you who are spending hundreds of dollars on a date, talk to these two gentlemen right here. Exactly. They could definitely help you guys out. On that note, just had to throw that in there.
Right. So Emmanuel says, what to do as I just graduated college, but going to a recession market with no experience.
I mean, you know, with that said, though, like it goes back to Miles' point, Mr. Lucari's point as well. Like, first of all, you got to be comfortable with yourself. I mean, the problem with a lot of these questions is you got to look at yourself. You got to be okay with where you at in life. It's okay. Like you said, you just got out of college. You go to the sessional market. Listen, that's what you lead with. Listen, we going out. You know, I'm not balling. I'm not rich. We're going to have a good time. I just got out of college. That's your life. Accept it. That's the problem with a lot of dudes, not just accept your life where you at. It's okay. And to Miles' point, if they do not like you, then move on. It was never going to work out anyway. You was never going to get the best results out of that woman anyway. Just be yourself, accept where you at in life, and move on.
Real quick, just to add to your point, Rashidi, about being creative. If you graduated school, if your school ID still works, most of these college campuses have nice courtyards, you know, a nice student lounge. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine you meet a bitch and then you take it to your college campus. You walk around the college campus for a little while, then you take her into the student lounge. You get a 2 snacks out the vending machine. You get 2 drinks out the soda vending machine. Y'all sit in the lounge and just talk.
Right.
Why we can't do that? You know what I'm saying? You graduated college, but your college ID still work. That means you still got access to the campus. Use that to your advantage. What the fuck you think you paid all that fucking money for? But Miles, she might not like that though. Who gives a fuck what she like?
Mm-hmm.
You're showing her your world. You understand what I'm saying? But again, that's the shit that fuck niggas up. That's what keep niggas. That's the real shit that keep. See, I said this the other day. The term gold digger was created by a weak nigga. You understand? Because a bitch can't dig for gold if you didn't give her the fucking pickaxe.
Right.
You understand? If you didn't allow her to take advantage of your funds and resources, there's no way a gold digger would never exist. You understand what I'm saying? But these niggas, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I don't want her to leave me. No. Bitch, if you don't like me, leave immediately, please. Trust me. I'll pick my heart up off the ground. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. But as long as I don't fucking fuck up my budget and put myself in debt just to impress a bitch, right? And then AJ Lino says, as a student in university, is it better to pay with your hard-earned money or take loans and credits to pay for tuition and courses while building your credit? Which is better? That's a question, definitely a question for y'all niggas.
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, when it comes to that, it is one of those things where you should use your own money if you can. But, you know, when it comes to credit, it's all about balance, actually. It's just truly about balance. If you have a credit card, it just goes back to only using a certain percentage, not maxing it out. That's what it really boils down to. You know, just using a mixture of everything, a little bit of cash, a little bit of credit, a mixture of everything. That's what it boils down to. You know, you using about 30% of your credit card balance, and that's it. Yeah, if you have $1,000 limit, don't use more than 300 at a time. Once you get to that 300 cap, just use your cash. Literally, just that simple. Just a healthy balance.
Facts. Yeah, man.
You gotta do both.
Let me see. We got any other questions? We got one more. So we got Baki says, so it's still better to bring her back to your parents' place than to go to hers, even if she has a college dorm. Just looking for clarification. Lucario, what's up with this?
Wait, hold on. So is it still better to bring her back to your parents' place than go to hers, even if she has a college dorm, etc.? Okay, well, the thing is this. What's your relationship with your parents? Because when I was living with my moms, I was still bringing girls over. It didn't make a difference, right? So it just depends on what is the relationship with your parents. If they on some shit where they're going to feel some type of way, right? And then, but if that's the case, I would say first, go get a hotel. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can control the dynamic of the situation. Right now, if you're in a situation where a chick has her own dorm room or whatever, and that's accessible, ain't nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just saying that you don't ever want to put your plans in the hands of the woman, meaning like, oh, well, if she has it available, then I'll try that. Because then what's happening is that you don't have a concrete plan to direct the situation. You understand? So like, let's say if I say, like, if I say like, hey, you know what? I want I want to fucking like, go to New York. But my plan is if Miles will let me borrow his car, then I'll go to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to have my own shit. I need to have my own way to get there. I can't rely on someone else to make my way for me. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you're trying to make shit happen with a woman, you have to already have the plans set to where you control the dynamic of what's going to happen and not thinking, oh, well, it might happen if these things line up. Well, if she, hopefully if she, because let's say she has a college dorm, but you can't go there because her roommate is there, or like some other shit's going on over there that it can't happen. Now you can't fuck, even though you wanted to fuck. And let's say she wanted to fuck, but she can't go to her dorm because her roommate's there or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? But if you had a plan and said, hey, let me go get this hotel room real quick. I want to fuck, she want to fuck, and y'all be fucking in the hotel room. You see what I'm saying? Because you already created the plan and you already had everything set. You wasn't like relying on her and her situation for you to make things happen. You see what I mean?
Exactly. So don't go skydiving without a parachute, my nigga.
Exactly.
Emmanuel says about my question before, I wasn't talking about women. I meant getting a job, moving out of my parents. What? Emmanuel, before? He said graduated, recession. Oh, he's a guy that was talking about graduating in the recession market. What should he do?
I mean, as far as graduate, if you graduate, the whole world's in the recession market. I mean, with that scenario, it's just you just got to prepare. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to move out, you got to do the numbers. If rent costs $1,200 and you only make $800 a month, you're gonna have to stay at home, or you're gonna have to get a couple roommates. I mean, you just have to assess the situation. It's really that simple. At the end of the day, it's really just taking the time, sitting down and looking at the situation. You just graduated, you got a job, you're getting paid $15 an hour. You're bringing in $1,500 a month after taxes. If there's an apartment out there, if there's a studio apartment out there for $800 a month, go ahead and move out. It's gonna be on a tight budget for food. Put yourself on a little $300 a month budget for food. And to Miles' point, Mr. Lucario's point earlier on, maybe set aside, or Katie's point, set aside $50 a month for dates, and that's it. You're just on a tight budget, and that's how you can move out and live on your own if you want to live out on your own. Otherwise, stay home, stack your money for a year or two if you're fresh out of college, and then really move out. That's what you really should be doing. You should not be moving out if you can't, whatever. Because at the end of the day, to Miles and Mr. Lucario's point is if you're dating a girl, you just got to be okay with your situation. And have that hotel set up so you can control the situation. You know what I mean? That just means it's just more responsibility on you to actually make the decision. Like, okay, I'm only going on 2 dates a month. So if I select you, that's it. Like, you the one. You know what I mean? We go to a hotel room, that's it. Instead of going on 10,000 dates and not going through the right process, that's steps you got to take.
Exactly. Right? All right. So, yeah, with that being said, Emmanuel, it sounds like you need to call RKT Appraisals at 973-420-5028. You need to get with them and they can look at your budget, man. Look at your expenses, look at your income, and see what you can actually do, man. Get yourself a consultation. Call the number, get yourself a consultation set up, or go to rktappraisals.com. Get your go to the website, set up a free consultation. Forgive me, guys. Tired of shit. Consultation with Rashidi or Kaleem, and they will look at your budget and see what you can do. Maybe you could get a budget going and see how long it might take you to move out of your parents' house. You see what I'm saying? And so you at least have a plan and an expected date that you got to move out. But the bottom line, guys, is to who's paying for the date. However you want to do it, whether you got money, whether you don't got money, whether you want to let a boss bitch pay or you want to pay, either way, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a strategy. You gotta know how you're using your money, because it's not about how much money you have, is what you do with it. So make sure you call RKT Appraisals. Go to the website, rktappraisals.com, and set your free consultation, and they can get you right, man. Yeah. And that has been the Money Show.
Yeah. All right, people. So we'll holler at y'all later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We are gone. We out. Later.